above your head.
Hmm?
How is it down here?
Pretty
Just
flat.
the fuse panel and the fluorescent light.
Okay.
Nothing in the wires.
Matters then.
Just until after he falls asleep,
Yep.
you can turn it off.
Yep. Did you bring a camera with you, Sandy?
Set. Okay, so definitely need to go down.
Go downstream.
There's a lot of stuff down here that you could move around. Could you rattle something for us?
All right, so we're in the basement here, and like this was George Singleton's home. George Singleton. Okay, George, I've done some research on you. I know that you've been married a couple times. Can you tell me, for my audio, how many times have you been married? Hopefully you said the word 2. Also, George, can you tell me how many children you had? Oh, it's Christmas lights or something. That's weird. I know you had a daughter named Patience. See, now there's where you're going to get the question here. Because something else had the name Patience. Can you correct me? Alright, so here we are in the home and the kitchen. A young lad lives in this home. Jordan doesn't care too much for the doorway that comes from the basement up into the kitchen. Now, this is kind of often sort of a common feeling. You know, I don't think anybody really likes basements, even adults included. But he seems particularly bothered by it. Any particular readings in here?
Microwave's 3.
Microwave is 30? Okay. So again, Sandy, the one who's walking around the kitchen here, has got a device in her hand that you could almost play a game with. If you get close to Sandy, the idea is that device should be able to read you. Make the temperature go down, and make the electrical go up. I'd appreciate it if you would go there. Or, if you would rather, again, if I'm speaking to somebody differently, there's a device to the right-hand side of me. Has a little red light on it. You probably wouldn't understand it, but it is to capture your voice. Tell you what, I've got 2 members of my team here. One that's new that hasn't had an experience. And one that's been with my team for many years and has yet to have an experience on an investigation. Maybe if you can go up and yank on her hair or shove her, maybe she'd believe then. She doesn't believe in you. Fatter for the camera. Alright, so you're now getting us going through 5 rooms here and haven't really done much to it. And this is generally what happens with every investigation, is that nobody wants to perform. You're only comfortable with the family that's here. You can be comfortable with us. I've been looking for people like you forever. It's a much quieter floor. Downstairs was much noisier. So up here it's much clearer. If you speak to us, we'll hear it. Let's go back to Mr. Singleton. Ask the questions downstairs, but I'm going to re-ask it up here. If it is Mr. Singleton, tell me how many children you have.
It sounded like a kid.
What?
It sounded like a kid coming from that room.
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard. Is there voices inside maybe?
So, no. So I'm not the only one who's been I've been sitting here for a while,
Hearing
No,
that.
I totally
hearing
heard
that
that.
voice
Here,
coming
Sandy,
from that.
what I'm going to do is, Sandy's going to go in there with the audio.
Okay, so a couple of us thought we just heard a little kid's voice in here. I have kids. I'm a mom. Can you tell me how old you are? If you like to hang out in here because it's a playroom? If I was a kid, that'd be a pretty cool place to hide out. Okay, I'm totally hearing that.
That's something outside.
Yeah.
It's like a dog or something.
Yeah, that's, I can hear it too.
Are you afraid to come and talk to me? Promise I'm not going to hurt you. My friends aren't going to hurt you either.
Okay, in there, right? Playtime's over. Let's get it done. Come on. We're
But-
finished.
but-
Come
but
on.
I wanna
No,
play.
enough of this. Let's finish it up. Clean up your mess. It's disgusting.
I don't want to.
Come on. That was you.
Yes, or tag.
Look at that. See? He just totally ruined it. Okay, we're going to tag James ruining the moment.
James.
Whatever.
Yeah, James can make it to the annual meeting and he's kicked off the team. Maybe if we're out of here, we'll hear more voices in here. I don't know. I really am. Why don't you explain to the camera what...
Okay, so around this chest, I've been getting EMF constant at anywhere between a 1 and a 7. At first I thought it might have been the wall, but if I go to the wall, it drops right down. But as soon as I come back around this chest, I got 1.5, 0.7, 0.6, 5.3, 0.9, 5.1.
Is it possibly the stuffed animal? That sounds really stupid to say, but...
No, I put it on the stuffed animal and it drops to a 0.
Okay. Tag for the audio, but that's the toilet. That's some cavitation happening.
Okay, now, okay, after that going on for like 5 minutes straight, oh, there's going again. For a minute it completely stopped.
With us in this hallway here, as you've probably traveled many times before, can you continue to give us some kind of rationale that you're here?
Simply sticking that camera in bleep.
Well, then move.
If you're about, can you make yourself known? Show everyone else activity, why can't you show us some? Just give us a knock or something. What does that chest have to do with you? Is that something that was here? Is there something that was yours? Is this your chest? This is one I was saying I'm going to take with me. Because obviously you seem to like it. If you're not going to show yourself or make yourself known, what's the point of letting you keep it? Is that you making a noise in the toilet? A gurgling? Can you give me a knock? Like that? Hmm? I'm going to leave that right there. And if you want, you come hang out. Go stand beside it. Can you do something to let me know you're here? If you're not going to show yourself, you need to be clear. I need you to stop scaring the boy, Jordan. He's only young. And he's innocent. You have to leave him be. Don't bother him anymore. You have a deal with Bill, right? You gotta leave the boy alone.